Good morning, this is Paula, and today we're going to be making potato gnocchis. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need 2.5 pounds of potatoes. So you either can bake them in the oven until they're cooked, split them down the long way, scoop out the pulp, or you can do like what I did, is I just took the potatoes, put it in some water for half an hour and boiled it until the fork went in nice and easy. I took them out, and I was too tired last night after coming home from work. So what I did is I put the potatoes, I drained off the water, put them in the fridge. Took them out of the fridge this morning, okay? There's a couple ways you can peel potatoes that are already cooled. You can either peel it like this with a fork, and the peel just comes right off, okay? Or you can take a regular potato peeler and just peel off the peel. So it's up to you how you want to peel these potatoes. But once you have them peeled, so there's 3 ways you can either rice it with a ricer. Okay, I do not have that. So I says, let me think about what I can use. So I took a gravy separator. Okay, I took the potato and I just squished it through the gravy separator, and see how they're on the bottom, and now they're in the top, and now they're on my floor. Anyways, or we're going to go over to our KitchenAid. Okay, so here we are at the KitchenAid, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the potato in half. I'm going to use my stomper. I'm going to put it in. Oops. Okay. It's going to come out of the machine. So also what I'm going to do is the potatoes that were in that separator, gravy separator, I'm going to put those in too. And how I know it's 2.5 pounds of potatoes is I weighed it on a little scale. My husband has a digital scale. So when we're all done that, we'll go back and I'll tell you all the ingredients. All the potatoes gone through the KitchenAid. Okay, that's how I make, I grind my meat. Also, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need those potatoes. You're going to need 1.5 cups of flour. You're going to need a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of ground or fresh nutmeg. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the flour, the salt, and the nutmeg together, mix it up together, and then we're going to pour that in the mashed potatoes, and we're going to stir that. And we're going to make a dough. And once that's all stirred, then we'll come and we'll make the gnocchis on this table. I'll show you how to do that. All right. Okay, we're back. So here's the dough with the potatoes in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll it on a floured surface to make a long rope like this. Okay, so I want you to see this. I'm just taking my hands and I'm rolling. And oh, those potatoes that fell on the floor, Charlie got them. Charlie enjoyed the potatoes, the few little pieces. He's always good like that. He stays around the kitchen because he knows if I drop something, it's probably his. Okay. So what I did is, wow, this is getting really long. I might have to cut it. So it's got to be like 3/4 of an inch in diameter round ways, and you want to cut about 3/4 of an inch to make on a gnocchi. So, take a knife. If you have to, use a measuring tape, okay, to make sure you can see where 3/4 is of an inch. So I'm just eyeing it after I measured. Okay, so here's the rope. I've got several ropes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ropes with this batch. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut 3/4 of an inch, okay? I'm going to take my thumb on one side and a fork on the other, so it looks like this. Can you see this? Okay, and that's going to be your gnocchi. And so what you have to do is you just have to do a lot of those. And when we come back, we'll cook them. So here are all the potato gnocchis I got, okay? So I figured while I'm in the mood to making these gnocchis, I'll make a spinach type one. So what you need is you're going to need 2 eggs. You're going to need 1.5 cups of flour. You're going to need a third of a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of salt, and a third of a teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. I'm using what I have. I have a can, a 13.5 ounce can of, it says on the can, fresh spinach leaves. And what I did is I opened the can, I drained it, I squeezed all the water out as much as I could. Now what I'm going to do is in a pan, in a skillet right here, as you can see, I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add the onion and the garlic, and then I'm going to saute that for about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to add the spinach, and we want to saute that about 3 minutes to get everything dry, because that's when we're going to add that with our flour mixture, and we're going to make some spinach gnocchi. So for now, oh, and I use my mother's knife to mince those onions up. So you want it like on a medium-low heat to melt the butter. You do not want to burn that butter. So I'm adding the onions first, and I want to make sure those onions are see-through before I add the garlic, because you don't want to burn garlic either. Butter and garlic for this recipe is not a good thing to burn it. So we'll be back when we add the spinach. To add that garlic, because the onions are cooked enough. They're see-through. They are red onions. There's not much. Oh, it smells good with that butter and the red onion and the garlic. I'm going to saute that a little bit. And then we're going to add that spinach. All right. I think that's good. We're going to add that spinach from that can that I squeezed out all the juice. And we're going to add it to those onions and garlic and butter. And we're going to saute that. Well, we're going to cook that until it's dry. And then we'll come back and we'll put all our ingredients together and start making the gnocchi. Time to add the potato gnocchis one at a time to the boiling water. And then once I have these all in, we'll show you that they're floating to the top. There's a lot more in this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a different slotted spoon and kind of like Just stir it as I'm putting them in, because I don't want them sticking together. And I've got another pan over here, another pan full. And you can tell they're homemade. Not one is the same, either size or shape. I hope everybody likes them. Because as my girlfriend daughter said, boy, cooking's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. But you know what? It's worth it because it's homemade. And you know, you're sharing with people, you know, as far as cooking from scratch. It's definitely worth it. Alright, so when we come back, I'll show you the spinach one. Onion, garlic, and butter is ready to go in the bowl that we're going to mix the gnocchi, the spinach gnocchi mix. Okay? So what I want to do now is I want to add a half a cup of Romano cheese, grated. That's grated. And I want to mix that up with the spinach, the garlic, the butter, and the onions. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to mix my flour with the pepper and the salt and the nutmeg. Make sure you mix it really good because you don't want anything like in a glob. Like you don't want to take a bite of pepper or just nutmeg or just salt. So you want to make sure I'm taking a fork and I'm making sure it's all mixed well. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to put this right here so it doesn't spill. Well, I'm going to try. Okay. And I'm going to put the flour mixture into that pot. Then I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to mix that all together. And this is not a vegan meal, but this is, because this has just the potatoes, the flour, the salt, and the nutmeg. Okay, this one we're adding butter to it. We added butter, and we're going to be adding eggs, 2 eggs, and plus it's got the Romano cheese. That's definitely not vegan. Okay, that's mixing well. And it's also cooling off the spinach because you definitely don't want to put eggs, raw eggs, into something hot. You want to make sure it's cooled, at least room temperature, before you add your eggs. But I can smell all the, I can smell the nutmeg, I can smell the Romano cheese, the garlic, the onions. It smells wonderful. All right. It's coming together. I guess it's not my favorite color, but let's hope it tastes good. And we're using good ingredients. Okay. All right, so now it's time for the eggs, to mix those eggs. Now it's starting to look like a dough. So that's good. So we'll be back. Okay, we're back, and those spinach gnocchis are done. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Okay, there's probably maybe 50 there, where the potato gnocchis, we had a bigger mixture. That's probably at least 100. So I'm going to start cooking them. So I have my separate pots of water with a little salt and oil. And we'll boil that up, and when they come floating to the top, I'll show you what it looks like. So we're going to take those spinach gnocchis, and we're going to put them in the water. And we have to wait until they float to the top. So I had it on a high. I'm going to put it on like a medium high. And we'll see how this does. Okay, here are the potato gnocchis floating at the top of the pan, as you can see. So I'm going to have to strain those. I already strained the spinach gnocchis. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little, let me see if you can see this, a little of my roasted garlic oil in the pan. And I'm going to take that clove out. I just wanted the oil part of it. And that's enough. And we're going to saute once this is all hot. Whoops, I could shut those off. We're going to saute these spinach gnocchis with the garlic oil. Hear that sizzle? Just lightly saute them with the garlic oil. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some more Romano cheese. You're going to shut the heat off, and you're going to sprinkle, I'd say a quarter of a cup, a good quarter of a cup of grated Romano. You can either use Romano or Parmesan, whatever you want, and stir it up. And that's how you're going to serve it. And I'm hoping to go to my work and have the girls try this recipe. The spinach and the potato gnocchis. So I hope to go to work now and have the girls try. So this is the vegan one, which is the potato gnocchis, and the spinach ones are not vegan because they have the eggs and the cheese. So here we are at work, and we're doing the taste test with the potato gnocchis. Go ahead and take a bite, or the spinach gnocchi, girls, and give me your honest opinion.
Good stuff. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, it's actually really good with the garlic oil.
Okay, so we have some garlic olive oil, roasted garlic with the potato gnocchis that Abby likes, right? Yep. Kajal, what do you like?
The potato gnocchi.
Okay, did you do butter or you just did oil?
Yeah.
Okay, Deb?
Olive oil.
Olive oil. Mm-hmm. With the spinach ones?
Spinach is...
Yeah, the spinach has red onion, it has garlic, butter, Romano cheese, so it's got a lot of good stuff. And also, because it's Kajal's birthday, I made her special cupcakes under here. Abby, if you want to open them up, you can, and show Kajal her little special cupcakes.
Happy birthday.
And you just kind of, yeah, it just kind of goes together, like, yeah. And open them up, and let's see what Kajal thinks.
Wow.
Oh. So let's see what those look like. Oh, don't those look pretty? All right, and so happy birthday, Kajal. And girls, I'm glad everybody liked them.
Thank you, Mom.
All right, until next time, may God bless you all. I'm here with my friends, Bobby and Jonna, and I made some spinach gnocchis and some potato gnocchis, and they are going to give me their honest opinion on what they think. So go ahead and try. You can do it plain. There's no oil with that. And then the spinach one, yeah, that's the garlic oil. Everybody's, Bobby's,
Excellent. This is a potato? A gnocchi?
Yeah, potato gnocchi.
Fantastic. It has it tastes good even with just plain.
Right, and this is the spinach with the onion and the garlic, Jonna, with Romano cheese. She's not saying much. She's not.
Different.
That's different. Is it a good different?
Remind me of something. What did it remind me of?
I don't know, but after that spinach, my muscles are perking up here.
Okay, you two. Jonna, what do you think?
It's definitely different.
Yeah, is it? Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, it's hard to go from one side to the other. It's a total different.
Yeah, it is.
taste.
It is.
And you don't even need any extras with it. Just eating it as it is.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. Well, until next time, may God bless you all. This is Mama Paula. I just started. Hi.
Oh my.
This is Paula, and we're here with Sarah and Ava, and they're trying the gnocchis. Sarah's going to do the spinach one. Ava's going to do the potato gnocchi. How are they?
You better keep in the. Oh no, I just started.
Yeah, I know. So, what do you think, girls? Good?
Very good.
Okay. So, and Ava, congratulations on your high school graduation.
Congratulations.
And until next time, may God bless you all. In honor and this is Paula. Ava's graduation. I painted her nails.
Aww.
Does everybody see this? And she picked out the color, and so we painted them. What do you think, Ave?
I love him.
Oh, good.
She's a good nail artist.
Yeah, I do what? Cut hair, I do nails, I sew,
Hair, nails,
yeah.
everything.
God is so good. He gave me all those talents. So until next time, this is Mama Paula and Ava. All right. May God bless you.